Hey, it's Tyler Davis, your lender advisor, back with another edition of Fiscally Fit. And this time I want to talk about something that is definitely going to be helpful if you plan on buying a house anytime in the future. And that is, are you down with OPP? I think you remember that track. If you're as old as me, you remember that track. This has got a little bit of a different meaning. And what I'm talking about is, are you down with obtaining proactive pre-approvals? Everybody should be down with that. I know it's going to go a long way for making it a smooth process for not only you, but also your realtor partner, as well as your lender. When I talk about obtaining a proactive pre-approval, what am I talking about? First step is going to be call your lender. Figure out who that lender partner is going to be. Have a conversation with them. Make sure your lender knows what all your goals are for the house. Not necessarily the room count and like the type of space. That's going to be for you and your realtor. This is more going to be like, what's in your budget? What's your monthly payment need to look like, including taxes and insurance? Do you need PMI? That is going to be something that we discuss, knowing what your budget is and what you guys have planned for that monthly mortgage payment, including taxes and insurance and possibly PMI, is definitely going to be helpful. As the market shifts and moves, that's going to help you and your realtor know exactly what direction to go as far as price range. It's got to work for you. So being proactive with the conversation that you're having up front is definitely going to help your lender discover any potential issues or anything like that. Make sure that you're in really good shape. So we're going to talk about, what has your work history looked like for the last 2 years? What have you done? Has there been any changes? Were you maybe self-employed at one point? Maybe you're self-employed now. That's going to change the direction of the conversation as far as documentation that we're going to need from you. Another thing we're going to talk about is, how's your credit? Is there anything on the credit report that potentially your lender should be aware of? Was there a bankruptcy in the past? Was there maybe a foreclosure in the past? Or maybe there's some open medical collections, things of that nature. So again, we just want to have that conversation. That way there's no, surprises for either side. A big thing that's going to come into play in the conversation is, where's that down payment money coming from? How much do you plan to put down? Do you have a current home that you need to sell and use the equity? So that could create a possible contingency conversation. Another thing that we're going to discuss is, I'm going to ask you, is that down payment in the form of cash? Sometimes I'll speak with people that are looking to get pre-approved and they'll be like, well, I got the money. I'm good. I got it. So I have to ask them point blank, is it cash? There are, about 50% of the time it actually is cash. In our industry, it's called, mattress money. It's in the coffee can, whatever you want to call it. But the big reason I'm going to ask that specifically is, the underwriter, who is the person in the process that signs off on your loan, has to document where every dollar that you are using for that down payment comes from. It's something that we have to discuss. That way we know how proactive our pre-approval is. And helping you obtain that is having that conversation. I mean, that's on your lender. That's on us to make sure that we're asking all those questions to make sure we discover exactly how the transaction is possibly going to go. Because at the end of the day, it should be an exciting, fun process. I mean, my goodness, you're buying a new house. You should be out there with your realtor having a blast looking at new houses. And a part of that is going to be removing that guesswork of, can I buy this house? It's our job to make sure that we're being proactive with the pre-approval and obtaining that, so that you can make sure you write that offer with confidence. Another thing is file management. Where are your documents? The things that you're going to have to submit to your lender that they're going to have to look at to get you pre-approved. And the reason I say this is for point number 3. This helps eliminate stress. There are conversations that I have on the daily with folks, and they figured that this was going to be a daunting or an overwhelming or a painful process. It should never be, but it starts with having the things that you're going to need to be proactive. It's going to be having that conversation that I mentioned. It's going to be on your lender to make sure we're asking all these accurate questions and discover any potential situations, get ahead of those. And it's going to fall on us to have, resources. With 12 years of experience, there are situations I've ran into that help me know how to navigate that. There's going to be things I'm going to learn from you. Every client is like a fingerprint. Your situation is unique, but we need to have that conversation so we know which way to go. The next thing is going to be making sure that you are scanning your documents. You have access to them. If you're looking to obtain that proactive pre-approval and you have good file management habits, you know exactly where things are at, you got quick access to them, you can get it all to your lender on the first shot, that's going to allow your lender to create that smooth experience for you. And a big thing is just life can be full of stress. A lot of it we create. I see it all the time with sometimes when I'm working with folks to get pre-approved, don't create stress. You do that by being proactive. Make sure you have all your stuff, know what you're looking for. And the biggest thing that I want to stress to you when working with your lender, your realtor, and most importantly for yourself, don't wait. Don't wait. If you know you plan on moving in the next 12 months, start the conversation with your lender today. It doesn't hurt to get pre-approved ahead of time. If you know your employment's not going to change and you know this money in the bank is used for the home, start the process now. Obtaining a proactive pre-approval helps reduce and eliminate stress. It helps create a pleasant home buying experience. And at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. It's a true partnership between yourself, your lender, your realtor, your homeowner's insurance agent. We all play a role in it, but it starts with you and obtaining that proactive pre-approval. Be down with OPP. It'll make the process so much less stressful and enjoyable for you and your realtor partner. And at the end of the day, bring home keys to a new house. That's what it's all about. So again, Tyler Davis signing off. It's your lender advisor here with another Fiscally Fit update. Be down with OPP. I realize everybody's at a different spot with their fiscal fitness. If you ever want to talk, I'm here as a resource. You can call, text, or email. And when you're ready to get started, I can be found at loanswithtyler.com. I'm always prepared for my next opportunity to help.